Let's talk about how I stopped being that girl that guys wanted to date but didn't want to commit to.
Obviously, this guy is heinous, but this does make me very sad for men because I think a lot of them don't actually know what intimacy is without sex. Like, sharing a meal with somebody can be an intimate experience. The fact that he immediately equates a non-intimate experience with the transaction of having sex, it sounds like he's really lonely and doesn't understand that his loneliness probably doesn't boil down to just a lack of sex, but probably a lack of emotional intimacy. And it's very disturbing when men believe that they have a right to sex in exchange for sharing what could be an emotionally intimate experience. I am both disgusted by them, but also very sad for them.
The one boundary I had that made men want me more. Let me tell you what it was. Hello, my name is Carla, and restoring healthy mindsets is my thing. The one boundary I always had in the dating scene was having a set curfew. Wait, what? Oh yeah. I always let the man know that I needed to be home at a certain time. And believe me, they wanted to know when they can see me next. I never had to initiate anything because I left them wanting more. And that instantly lets him know that I value my time, that with him or without him, I still have my own life. Men love women that respect themselves, especially women that respect their boundaries. We as women need to understand that and have that very clear. If a man does not like that or appreciate that, then he's a scum. Like, I'm sorry, that's just the truth. If a man can't appreciate his woman or a woman that respects herself and respects her boundaries, then he is not of high value. Now, there's a difference because there's a lot of women that say they respect their boundaries, but they're just being entitled. And there's a woman that actually respects her boundaries and says no politely. And always remember this. People want what they cannot have. So now that you set a limit, it's going to set an incentive and it's going to make you more attractive, more appealing. For starters, having a boundary and respecting it will set you apart from a lot of people. It'll make you more valuable. So imagine having a curfew. Just saying.
I had a man call me basic last night, maybe 10 times. Told him that I did Pilates and he said, "You're basic." My favorite restaurant is Sugarfish. That makes me basic. "Oh, you're moving to this part of town. You're basic." I'm just really over society minimizing women's interests and just being like, well, your interests are basic. Like, they're my interests. Deal with it. And yeah, maybe a lot of other women like to do the things that I like to do, but what's wrong with that? Like, they have good taste. I don't see us out here calling men basic. I'm not even exaggerating. I think every single guy I've been on a date with in LA thus far works in finance, was in a frat, really passionate about fitness, loves beer. You don't see me out here saying, damn, you're just like every other. Just let people like what they like and don't make them feel bad about it.
Let me tell you why I really heavily disagree with this woman's dating advice. And no hate to her, I'm allowed to disagree, and I don't know her life. All I know is this TikTok, and I'm basing my opinion off of this TikTok. But I am very against the notion that you as a woman, it's up to you to get a man to view you in a certain way. So for example, what she said at the beginning of her video, how I stopped being this kind of woman and became this other type of woman. You're the same woman. Later on in the video, she says that she approximately went on 208 first dates. So it's not that she became a new woman and started being perceived differently and all of a sudden men wanted to commit to her. It's a numbers game. The more people you meet, the more dates you go on, the higher the probability you are to get to the person that you click with. And ultimately, this idea that you need to become the type of woman that men commit to, it's ingraining the idea that you're the reason you're single when it's a numbers game.